Dude, that's crazy.
If you're watching this, do not take DK's advice.
Yeah.
For this, life, food recommendation, no. Just no. Hey, everybody, there's so many new toy reveals and announcements this week, and we're going to look at some of the favorite highlights. Nothing but the best. And we're joined tonight by our good friend Nigel. What's up, man?
Hi. What's going on, kids?
Not the intro I was expecting, but tune in for the newest episode of What I Missed.
What I missed?
All right. What I missed. All right, first one up this week. I said it in one of my videos. You're never really done collecting Ninja Turtles. You complete lines, right? And then now the Joytoy Turtle ones is the main one I'm collecting right now. And today they announced 4 new 3.75-inch scale figures: Casey Jones, a Triceratons infantryman, and 2 other characters that I don't even know that well. Do you guys follow Turtles deep enough to know the different Triceratons?
No.
No.
Not enough.
But I do remember the Triceratons.
Right.
Just not individually.
Like there are Triceratons and then those rock guys from Dimension X.
Right.
And the Neutrinos, but I don't know them on a personal name level.
Yeah. Same. Yeah, same.
But what if we just keep it here at Casey Jones? He's got, you know, a pretty unique or pretty classic Casey Jones look, the hockey mask, the golf bag. What I think is really cool is that he comes with like full hockey gear to go into vigilante mode, which this is pretty impressive, right? To be able to swap all those pieces on. It's a whole different look. What do you guys think?
I think it's dope. Like,
yeah,
this
man.
is really unique for sure.
I'm on board. I think he looks amazing. Like he looks amazing. It's with all those accessories, and again, like you said, when he goes into vigilante mode, it looks like a somewhat of a different figure altogether, which is
completely,
which is an amazing buy, right? To have one figure and then be able to change their look, so it feels like a next. It's great. I love it. Does he have roller skates?
Yeah, he's got roller. He's like a vigilante, like a street level Iron Man. He just gears up with his armor, and like the cool look about this armor is I feel like you can customize it. You can put like, you know, different designs on it, graffiti. You can really, you know, put some scratches and scuffs on it, and give it a little bit more of a gritty look because he seems kind of clean to me at this point.
Yeah, and I love I mentioned it before, the accessories, but just all the weapons too. There was a slide there that had them all laid out, and they were just a ridiculous amount of, you know, sports equipment. I mean, from a goalie stick to a regular hockey stick to like a sledgehammer to a golf club. I mean, it's all there's a cricket bat, which is one of my favorites, but it's all there, and I think this is a solid figure. Shout out to Joytoy. This is a good one.
Yeah. Oh, and I think out of all the Joytoy so far, this is probably the one with the most weapon accessories
of the Joytoy Turtle line. Yeah. I mean, I wonder if this is like regular price or like a deluxe price because of everything that's in there. It's even got like a head swap. I just realized it's not like a mask that you put on. You just switch the whole head. So yeah, I'm curious if it's a deluxe price. It doesn't say anything. These are usually Asia exclusives, but you can get them through a third party. It's cool. They have so many weapons. The sledgehammer, particularly cool. Do you think that this sticking out of his golf bag is just comically large?
Oh yeah, 100%. I feel like that question was rhetorical. Like it's out of control, but it looks so good, so it passes for me. Like it's still like it's very overcompensating.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still overall it's not enough to make me be like hard pass. It still looks cool.
It fits for this Joytoy Turtle theme, right? Like any other one, if NECA did this, like it'd be hilarious. It'd be funny, right? But with Joytoy, I think this can pull it off. and this might be the most highly dynamically articulated Casey Jones to date, right? So we're gonna get a lot of nice action figure photography shots. Like, can you think of any other Casey Jones that are
more articulated,
like dynamic pose?
Yeah,
right?
maybe not. But we'll also look at this club, this driver here. Looks like it's bigger than his face.
Yeah, it's kind of out of control. Yeah.
Nigel, do you golf?
I've attempted. I don't golf
Okay.
on the regular, but I do. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. That seems large. But hey, you know what? It's not going to be a deal breaker for me. This is, to me, he's part of like the core turtle family, right? So definitely have to pick this up to go with the turtles, April, Splinter, and so I mean, look at the size of that baseball.
So big.
It looks the same size as his helmeted head.
Yeah, it's so big.
Yeah, so just, we don't really know much about these three, but like this is the infantryman, Triceraton. They come with, really cool weapons. The weights, I think, is a nice touch. They all have different weights. And I probably get a couple of these, like one or two to build out. But I mean, look at the accessories, not even close to what Casey Jones has.
These look really good though. They look really like they're going to be sturdy and heavy, and I really like the look. Yes, the accessories aren't as many as Casey Jones, but I think for these kind of figures, I don't think you need that many. I think for me, because it's such a specific type of figure, being that of a dinosaur, it's you definitely want the hands. I need more than just one extra set of hands. So I'm glad that there's 3 extra sets, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 3. So I think that's it. The weapons are great. Yeah, and the weights are just ridiculous, which I love. I think it's like, you don't need those, but I think they're so great.
Yeah, I think when you look at this, the design and the sculpt is the main piece when you look at this. So it's like, oh, it doesn't have that many accessories. That's cool. But when you look at Casey Jones, it's just a dude, with a cutoff and a hockey mask, and they made him look so clean, right? That like, hey, when you look at this, what more value can we add? So let's give him the entire sports master arsenal of weapons, and just pack it out. But yeah,
I also want to make sure that we don't skip over this part. The stands for the Triceratons are all like pieces of street. I think, is that right? Like it looks like brick or whatever they're standing on.
It's 1 of 4.
Yeah, the turtles are like that too, and that you can put them together and build a sewer base too, which with the line. So it's,
I love it.
They definitely have thought of a lot of stuff to pack in these releases.
I love it. Looks great.
Yeah, I think out of all the Joytoy turtles and villains and everything so far, honestly, I'm most impressed with these Triceratons right now. So next up, we're going to talk about the Haslab Liokaiser combiner that got fully funded at 10,000 units. We still got, we're close to 13,000 for the next tier right now, and that is Death Cobra. And this to me is probably, aside from the whole thing getting funded, which is important, right? This is the next most important item because this is a very niche character. He only appeared in probably like 1 or 2, I think 1 episode only. He was supposed to be the 6th combiner, but then the blue one, Hellbat, like killed him off, and then he became like the 6th combiner. So it's very niche, and yeah, just really excited about this. That I'm definitely backing this for sure.
There look like it said 31 days remaining from the time of this recording. Nigel, you collect Transformers, right?
I do. This is very deep in the crates though. So this is past my knowledge of Transformers. I have just finished reading the manga Transformers series though.
Nice.
And it's like this is just right in that pocket, right in that wheelhouse. And I'm like, ooh. So I haven't funded it yet. I haven't contributed it yet, but I'm strongly considering. Do I need it? No. Do I want it? Yes.
Pretty cool.
Looks amazing.
It looks pretty cool for sure. Kev, would you
I have nothing to contribute to this topic
would you
other than breast force.
Yes. Yes. Which they're calling it, I think, Chest Force for this one. So yeah.
Chesty McGee, yeah.
Chesty McGee, but yeah, I'm excited. I'm gonna back it. So yeah.
Next up, we have the Spider-Man 2 Gamerverse Wave. We don't know because they just keep coming out with these Gamerverse figures. And what they've done here is they've upgraded what we had before. So we do have some Miles Morales suits that I'm pretty excited about. Now, right here, we have the upgraded suit for Miles Morales, the red, white, and blue, and he's got the, got the effects around the wrist, and he comes with 2 sets of extra hands. I mean, I kind of dig it. There's a lot of blue. It's a lot of blue, but I kind of dig it. I mean, it is right in the wheelhouse of a Gamerverse figure. So it makes sense. DK, what do you think?
I think this is pretty cool. I can agree with you that it looks like the Gamerverse figure. Like it's the Hasbro team's doing a really great job with these. So yeah.
Did you guys use the suit?
This one I did.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, for a little bit, not a lot. Use it for a little bit.
I haven't played the game, but I know that they have a bunch of suits and skins.
Oh, yeah, there's a ton of suits, which is one of my favorite parts about the games is that some of the suits are just okay, and some of them are just bangers.
Yeah.
And it's just like having such a different array of suits that you can play with during the game. You can switch literally at any time is one of those things that really draws me to the game. Yeah. What other suits we got there?
Well, this guy called it Pepsi Spider-Man.
It's amazing. He's not wrong.
No, it's accurate.
Yeah, he's not wrong.
Right,
and
nice
of course, how many symbiotes is too many symbiotes? It's rhetorical. The answer is never enough. So here's another one that you can add to the mix. This one seems fine too. I mean, the cool part about it is the effect, is the accessory there of the actual, symbiote that you can put on his hands, on his extra hands. What do we think, kids?
I think they added sculpting to it too, right? So it's not like the classic smooth body Spider-Man, black costume Spider-Man, right? So it looks like there's some sculpted detail on the legs here, on the arms, which I think, I haven't played the game, but I'm assuming that's what it looks like in the game. I don't know if it looks cool. I guess if you played the game and you wanted that look, this is the figure for you, but not the black costume Spidey that I need in my collection.
DK?
I really like this one. Just the textured body, really, like it's really nice. But I think we can all agree. Do I need another black costume Spider-Man again? Like
that's the thing. And I don't think I'm going to pre-order this guy. I think this is one of those ones. If I see him out in the wild, I'll consider it. I just need to see him up close just to see, because we've all said it. We're in agreement. Do I need another black suit Spider-Man?
This is Miles Morales in the Puerto Rican flag version.
Yeah, I like this one. I'd never used this one in the game. This is one that's very specific. It's almost like if there was a Jamaican Miles Morales in like a Jamaican suit. I'd probably buy that because I would gravitate to the nationality of it. I like the idea of it. This one, I like the idea. I like the design. I just don't know if I'm going to get this one.
Yeah, that makes sense. Is his other half? Because I think his mom is Puerto Rican.
His mom is, yeah.
And what if his dad was Jamaican? Then why don't they have that version?
You know what I'm saying? His dad is definitely Caribbean descent. We don't know which one, but yeah. But I do love it, and I love having representation. So yes, from the mom side, I love it, man. I love this figure. Just not for me. And I like the red hands on it. There's something about it. I'm like, yeah, why not? Why not switch up the hands instead of going all black? That would be the easy thing to do, right?
It's cool. I understand what it represents for people who would want this figure. Right, like you said, if that was your flag on there, it'd be like, hell yeah, I need to get that. Whether you're a gamer, you play this game, or you collect action figures, and you'd be like, yo, what? There's a Puerto Rican Spider-Man figure? Like, yeah, that would be the one to get.
I think it's pretty cool. I think it's just lacking accessories. I wish they gave him like a different type of web effect.
Yeah, seems like they're using that one a lot, just throwing it in.
Yeah, just a little bit lazy there, I think.
Is he supposed to be holding that one like a handle? Or does it go around? I don't know how this web accessory works.
Yeah.
Is he hanging from it? Like he's swinging from it? Like it looks like the handle when you're on the bus, right? And
yeah,
where I don't know.
Or he's training, it's like that grip when he's that whatever that machine that exercises. I don't exercise.
Moving on.
Moving on. Ooh wee. Okay. So we got the anti-venom spider suits. This is a blue. This is not. There's no talking around it. This is just a blue suit. It's not what we're accustomed to when we're talking about anti-venom or anything even related. So the blue can be utterly jarring to those that are going to see this figure on the shelf. This figure has so much muscular features. To look at those thighs. Like look at those.
Yeah,
like,
that's
this
extra.
Spider-Man, does not skip a leg day.
Definition there.
Yeah.
Are there more fun suits in the game? Because when I look at some of these suits, I'm like, this wave, I feel like I could skip altogether.
Yeah.
Even if I play the game or not play the game, like I don't know how many of these suits really aesthetically look that good that I need to buy it. Like it's just I don't know, were there better suits or have they already made them? Right? Like for me, it's always whatever suits I unlocked, I always ended up going back to Scarlet Spider anyway.
Right?
But, yeah, it's the best. But
it's amazing.
How many of these are like, I don't know, figure worthy? Let's say like production to put money into it to make. I'm very curious to hear your thoughts.
Yes, there definitely are other suits. These ones. Yeah, these ones now, upon further review, they're not really doing it for me. I don't know why they chose these ones. The concept is cool, but in the game, I don't think I want a figure of it. I think at the end of the day, that's what I'm thinking to myself right now. I don't need a Brooklyn 29.9 Spider-Man suit when he's just wearing like camo pants, or not camo pants, like cargo pants. He's got a belt, and then he's just got a different type of Spider-Man logo on the chest.
Looks like Arkham Knight. He looks like Spider-Man Arkham Knight version. Arkham Knight had the same pants, the same pretty much color motif.
Yeah.
The funny part is I think this is my favorite one of the whole wave if I had to choose one.
Oh, I agree. I'm with you for sure.
Out of the Spider-Mans, right?
Of this wave, aren't they all Spider-Man?
Except for one.
Oh, yes, sure. Even then, I think this looks better.
Yeah.
All right, I guess that brings us to the one DK referred to, the Black Cat.
Black Cat.
Yeah. It's okay.
Why does she have the wand of Watum?
I think.
Why do I have the Eye of Agamotto?
A lot of questions, but a lot of artifacts that are in the stream.
Answers.
Yeah, no, she uses it in the game. That's my understanding.
Hey, you know what? If there wasn't already a deluxe like the Walmart, was it Walmart Doctor Strange that had this accessory? That almost would be tempting enough for me to get Black Cat just for the wand of Watum, which seems like a very irresponsible purchase. But I already have one. I just remembered. So, again, I can pass on this whole wave.
I think the Black Cat looks really good.
I like this version. Like I like looking at this version of Black Cat. I'm like, oh yeah, okay. Like I'm into it. But I don't. Again, I think I can skip this whole wave because I feel like if I got her, I'd for sure have to get one of the other Spider-Man just because they fit together so well. I don't know if I could pair her with a modern version or one of the versions that we have that we all know and love and that's very cherished. I think it would just be a little too jarring. So now we have Spirit Spider. I mean, on paper, looks sick. And it is a cool figure in theory. This is doing the same thing that Wolverine does for me, which is like it's just so specific, so like polarizing that I'm like, I don't know what I would do with this. Actually, I'm going to answer my own question. I would use it for custom, I think, to be honest with you.
Oh, okay.
Well, this one is outside of the main wave. This is a Walmart exclusive.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think I don't know anything about this character, but if I had to look at it and judge a book by its cover, which I love to do, I don't think this is one that I would pick up to read, to continue that metaphor. It's just doesn't, I don't know, like that chest logo, is that what it looks like in the actual game? Like, doesn't look great to me. It's a pass.
The concept looks amazing, like
Mhm.
the whole Wolverine like idea as well, right? So I actually like this one out of all the Spider-Mans.
Hey, good for you and this guy.
Yeah.
Another Gamerverse character is a Kingpin, but this one is an Amazon exclusive that's coming out for pre-order in March. I like my retro card Kingpin. That one on card or the figure itself is probably the only Kingpin I need. Is his head supposed to look like a helmet in the game? Like, doesn't this speaking of things that are out of proportion, this looks massive, right?
Look at his hands. His hands is the first thing I saw. Like his
Right.
hands are huge. Go one slide over to the other way. Other way.
Other way.
Yeah, other way. Yeah. There you go. One more. Yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it looks. For me, it doesn't work at all. I love the colorway though. Like I love the suit. I love everything about that. But I think you're right, Kev. Like for me, it's that retro card that just seems to be the quintessential versatile Kingpin for me that you can literally set up with any of your Spider-Verse characters.
Yeah, comic or cartoon. If you're a Spider-Verse or like a Gamerverse collector or the Spider-Man 2, like if that game is like your thing and you wanted so much, like if you know, sometimes you play a game and you watch a movie, you're like, this looks cool, I wish I had a toy of that. And this might be that way for some of those people. But dude, I have no context for playing the game. If I were just looking at it from like a toy collector's perspective, those suits don't really speak to me. And then like to have so much, to have a whole wave and then 2 exclusives and a deluxe, props to you. But it's a lot that, hey, you know what? If I look at the silver lining, I don't need to buy this.
No, I agree with you on that. One thing I do think is really cool with this Venom is that drool effect.
It's a 10.5-inch tall Venom with 2 different heads, one with a tongue sticking out, you know, that very iconic move look that Venom has, but with, did you see the removable saliva, Nigel?
I thought it was neat.
Like, so you can have it like this, or you can have the clear plastic saliva piece that locks in around this tongue. That comes out.
Wow.
Right? It's cool. It's cool. It's cool that they made it and went there. Is it ridiculous and unnecessary? Yes.
Yes.
Right? The alt head looks cool too, but hey, it's a big beefy Venom with a Venom symbiote arm swappable too.
Again, this is another figure like the whole line, who we kidding, that that is just more conducive to a visual platform that's the game. You're, because of the world that you're playing in the game, it's extension of disbelief, where it's just a different version of Spider-Man, different version like of Peter Parker and of Miles Morales. So there's all kinds of liberties and freedoms you can take with all these different suits because they're wild and they're crazy and you're having a bunch of fun. But then when it translates into an actual figure, it doesn't work. It doesn't work for me because it just seems a little too much. But again, if you love the game, and to your point, Kevin, DK, if you love the game, maybe this is your version that you're like, oh, I'm so glad they made a figure of that.
Yeah. I feel like more often than not, Venom has a more top heavy presence. And this one, because the head is so dinky, and then he doesn't have like massive, really like the big tall shoulders. It's like the proportions seem almost inverted to me. And just looking at it, but you know, that if that's the game look, then that's the game look.
Yeah.
And
I think the legs are too long.
Well,
I
again,
don't know how
didn't
the
skip,
game
didn't
version.
skip a leg day. You know what I mean? Look at that.
Yeah.
Like,
all right, let's talk about one thing they revealed that we actually do like. How about that? Nigel, set it up.
all in. I am all in. That is my setup. We are talking about the X-23 and Warpath X-Force from Marvel Legends. These two look amazing, mostly because this is going to finish out, or at least help you come even closer to finishing that X-Force team that has been lingering for years and years and years. You finally get a version of, Warpath that just looks amazing. I mean, he's got the broad shoulders, a big chest. He's got the arms. Like, it just, to me, looks amazing. I love the hair. It's just kind of swaying in a wind, that in a nice shallow breeze. You know what I mean? And of course, X-23, who is just really becoming more and more of a staple in the X-verse. I mean, I know she's been there, but it just feels like they're really putting her on the stage in the last, decade, half a decade. You got two head sculpts here, which look really, really fun. Obviously, the one, that one in the top left.
I like the masked one.
Yeah, it's just so good. And it looks sturdier than the previous X-23s that we had before. I'm all in, man. I'm all in.
Yeah. These have the toe blades, right? You got to have those. The masked attack face is really good. I know some people were upset that Warpath has pins on his arms. Look at how the silhouette of this figure overall, like, that is a massive dude, like a comic book character brought into a toy. So the pins is not a deal breaker for me. I can live with that. It's just overall, I think he looks really dang good. And it's been, I don't know how long. There was a box set, there were some figures, X-Force ones, right? Yeah. And hey, you know what? We're getting a chance to finish out those teams now. The new Nightcrawler is out, so we just need some Archangel action. Maybe that's from one of the earlier Marvel Legends teases. We have an updated Wolverine. For some reason, we talked about this. For some reason, I sold my Psylocke from the 3-pack and an updated Phantom X. That one does not pose well. That era of Marvel Legends with those big military boots that they're wearing.
Yeah, the first didn't pose well. I think the second Phantom X posed better.
Yeah, DK, you can pre-order this?
Yeah, I'm gonna pre-order this, I think.
Yeah, those last two shots of Warpath are amazing. I'm not really feeling the first two, but this one, and then the one that you had before, the standing shot.
From the
angle. That's like, I think they could have done. Yeah, I think it's the angle. I think they could have done a better job there. I mean, listen, not a deal breaker for me at all. I feel like I'm on board. I'm sold. I'll pre-order as well.
Hell yeah. Hey, and in usual Marvel Legends fashion, they teased this accessory. Let us know in the comments what you think this missile might represent, which figure it might come with.
So up next, Hot Toys has announced the 1/6 scale Peter Parker Superior Suit. This is probably one of my favorite Spider-Man suits ever, where Dr. Octo Octavius steals the body of Peter Parker. And this is from kind of like the game verse, I believe, like their variant. The arms looks amazing. I like this a lot. But I just don't collect Hot Toys, but I think this is really cool. This is just really, really cool.
Man, what a greatly improvised sentence. I like this.
A lot?
A lot. Ooh, I feel like another word would really flesh out this sentence.
Exactly.
Dude, we talked about this last week, but go to that first shot. It looks so good. I feel like it's a manipulated photo. The one when he's on the tombstone. Like, doesn't that look like a video game CGI like textured tombstone?
It looks like a dude in a costume, on a tombstone. Like, this is.
I understand that. That's what the image is posed to try and emulate.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like it looks really real. What?
I don't know if I don't know if a hot toy can actually get into this pose, is what I mean. Like, this looks like a.
Oh, okay.
What did you think I meant when I said a manipulated photo?
Like, I don't know, the background and everything else, and the tombstone.
Yeah, but I mean, like the shine, the texture on the arms, the Waldos, man. This one looks really good.
Yeah.
I think that if you weren't into hot toys, or if you're like, I don't know if I want to get a Superior Spider-Man, the photography
Yeah.
is outstanding.
Yeah.
Like this, the photography alone has sold me on this. And just like DK, I'm not a hot toys like collectible. Like I don't collect them. It's not my jam, only because they're crazy expensive and they're hard to get up here. But that, like, he looks amazing, like amazing.
Yeah, like this shot makes me want to start collecting hot toys, but I won't. You know.
Yeah, gorgeous.
Get this, and then you can come over, and I'll have Scarlet Spider, and we can play.
Over your Barbies.
Yeah, you're like asking my son, "Is your dad free to come out and play?" I don't collect the Jakks specific 2-inch Simpsons line. I prefer the 5-inch one, but they make some really cool play sets, right? The first one was the Simpsons home. The next one that's available for pre-order now is the Krusty Burger diorama. It's even detailed on the outside too. There's a drive-through window and like a menu on the outside. And then with this set, you can get the stack of Krusty Burgers accessory, and like there's some other play features. You see on the wall right there. Remember when Homer, king size Homer, when he was trying to gain weight, and then they do the grease check, they wipe it on the wall, and then the wall goes clear and the bird. Like, adding these details. Shout outs to Jakks. Shout outs to people working on this line. It is fun to see as a Simpsons fan.
I'm not a big Simpsons guy, but I do really, really appreciate things like this diorama, and I love the specificity. I think I said that right the first time. Thank you. No, I didn't. Dang it. But I love the callbacks and just like how specific things are from the show, the detail. I mean, it's great. It's not my jam personally, but I'm not yucking anybody's yum. I think this is amazing. This is super fun.
Yeah.
All right, what else? Oh, this is it. Do you know anything about these, Nigel?
No. Who's this by?
These are the Storm Collectibles. Their line is Storm Arena 1/12 scale Street Fighter figures for $26.99 US.
Oh, I have seen these, but I don't know enough that I'd want to chime in. But
DK,
yeah, go ahead, DK.
Personally, for me, I enjoy these designs.
No, it's like intro and talk about it.
Oh, okay.
Just.
This is the Storm Arena. Hello. So now my turn. This is the Storm Arena. Street Fighter Alpha 3 Ken figure. So this is Storm Collectibles. What would you say, lower end 112 figures, right?
I don't know if they're lower end. It's just the figures that they normally make are like what, 7-8-inch scale.
Okay, yeah. So it's the 112 scale. I really like the Street Fighter Alpha 3 design. Like Ken with the long hair, it's more anime looking.
$26.99 American dollars.
Yeah, it's a really good price.
Did you mention that?
It's $26.99 American dollars.
Oh, you went American with it too when you mentioned the price.
American. So yeah, like I'm looking forward to this actually.
Street Fighter is just like, it's just booming right now. Street Fighter is all the rage in these figures. I love and I love that about them. This one's really fun. I'm not really familiar with this line, so seeing these images is really cool.
Yeah, Storm makes like Mortal Kombat, right? They, that big Goro,
right?
That's in a bigger scale. So they're usually larger, but it looks like they're making a 1/12 line to, they probably see Jada Toys, killing it at that price point, at that scale, and I don't know what the licensing limitations are with this stuff, right? I guess it's up to the licenser, but they're like, hey, we're gonna try to get in on that scale and price point too. So for $26.99, I think it's really competitive with what Jada is doing.
Yeah.
So you know what? If at least it's a different look and then no one has to say that you can only collect one. If you like both looks, then get both. But this is very interesting to see. And then, SH Figure Arts makes Street Fighter also, so there's a lot available.
Yeah. Street Fighter fans are eating good, finally. Okay, so next up, we got from Mondo, their Adventure Time Finn and Jake figure. This is all the accessories that it has for it, right? So we got like two different faces for Jake, and then we got, two other faces for Finn. Got all these arm accessories, swords, and then for the it's got the exclusive set as well. It comes with all these accessories and extra faces for it. It comes with BMO as well, right? And apparently the most delicious sandwich as well. So yeah, whoops, I did it again.
Okay, Brittany.
So yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think?
Well, these are up for pre-order now. I think the limited set is up to 1,000 pieces, which their limited pieces or their timed versions of their figures are always so good that, however much money, whatever nominal increase it is from the base set to the limited one, like it's always worth it, I feel like, to go get the limited. I mean, look at all the different additional expressions that you got. You got a whole different character as well, and accessories, right? So when they do their 1/6 X-Men or Spider-Man, you look at those timed exclusives or their limited exclusives, like, go get those first. And by the time you're watching this, pre-order might already be out, but like, this is just a lesson that next time, get the whole set. DK, are those extra characters, would you say they're essential?
I think BMO is. I'm not too sure about the green elephant. I watched about a little bit of Adventure Time, like I dig it, but I'm not too familiar with this character. But BMO, I think, is essential.
Listen, huge shout out to Mondo, man. I've been a big fan of that company for a very long time. I actually got into their posters first, so their limited edition posters. I have a lot of their posters. They're absolutely fantastic. We're talking pop culture or bands or whatever. Then I got into their records, so I have a lot of their records because they had limited edition covers that are done by fantastic artists from around the world. And then now they're just killing it with the with the action figure game. Like, I mean, their Wolverine stuff their X-Men stuff is amazing.
Yeah.
The Ghostbusters is now recently been their newest stuff, Batman the animated series. So all this to say is, like, if I could have more access to Mondo figures, and when I say that, I mean money. I mean me.
Access to funds.
Yeah, fun, because they be expensive when
Mondo bucks.
When you talk about the exchange and just when they come up here, if they do come up here, but they are for sure, to Kevin's point, well worth it. Like, they are built good, they look good. I mean, think about having these 4 characters or 5 characters just on your shelf in your display case. Like, these would look fantastic. And all the accessories too, like the different faces. If you watch the show, these faces are exactly what you're seeing on the show. And it's if I could, I definitely would 100%.
They are really nice display pieces for sure.
I'm just trying to justify the height right now because I'm pretty close to getting it, I think.
Hey, payment plan, DK.
Yeah, it's not the price. It's the height, like the height of the figure. Because
they're pretty tall, right?
Finn is 8.5 inches, and Jake is 5 inches. So I'm just trying to figure out,
like, can that scale with something in your collection?
Just scale with everything else. Like, does this fit with my collection?
Bro, 135 USD for that. For the base set.
Yeah.
145 for the exclusive. So for $10 extra, you could have had the little Game Boy and the balding elephant and all those other faceplates for $10 additional dollars.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Guess got to find aftermarket
Oh, aftermarket Mondo stuff is even higher, dude.
Yeah,
do not.
That's crazy.
If you're watching this, do not take DK's advice.
Yeah.
For this, life, food recommendation, no. Just no.
Last but certainly not least, NECA does it again, or I should say the last Ronin does it again. This line, this wave, has been out of control. It just feels like it started off with maybe 2, 3, 4 figures here or there after, in the span of a year. And now they're just rolling everything out. And this has got to be one of my favorites. I'm trying not to dip in because I have a couple of these figures. We're looking at the Ghost Brothers right here. And if you haven't read The Last Ronin, hard stop right now because, spoiler alert, everybody dead. So you have Leonardo, Raph, and Donatello, and these guys look fantastic. They're bulky, they're huge, and they're very, very articulated. So I mean, I have that. Yeah. So I have Michelangelo there, but look at these guys. Like, they just look so good.
You know what's cool? They're not full. Like, there's transparent,
right?
And then there's translucent, and then this. What is this? Because it's not like a fully translucent figure. It's like parts of it.
Cloudy.
Yes, that's definitely the scientific.
Yeah,
cloudy. But I know what you're saying, because it's like a Tigra from the Super 7 Thundercats line, or like Jugeye, as well as there's characters that you can see right through. Like, they just look like kind of glass plasterwork. But it's got some. They look more ghostly than like the Black Series, Qui-Gon. Yeah.
I think that's what gives it a special, like, it's not just a figure reprinted or remolded in clear plastic. Like, there's a gradient to it, almost like it's fading in and out, which I think takes it to a whole different level.
And there's times when there's too much detail in figures, like but then there's times where those details make sense. And what I'm talking about specifically is like the black lines.
Yeah.
When you look on them, and it looks, at first you're like, does that work? But the more you look at it, the more you're like, yeah, of course it works. Because
it would be hard to see that detail, I guess.
Exactly.
When it's,
I was just gonna say,
when it's cloudy.
Yeah, I think it's great.
Cloudy with a chance of panel lining, but hey, you can still see some like articulation joints in there. I guess because Leo doesn't have any shin pads or wraps, but Raph does, Donnie does. So yeah, these look cool. I mean, we started saying you're never done collecting turtles; you're just finished lines. This is a line that I don't think I'm going to finish or complete. I have the armored Last Ronin, and I think I'm good with that.
Yeah. I think I'll get these 3 only because I like having the turtles all together. I have the Last Ronin, and I thought that was going to be the be all and end all. I thought they might come out with maybe 2 or 3 more, but as we've seen, by this time, April for sure is pre-ordered, or at least she's coming out. So now it's great.
Dude, shipping July 2025.
That's fast.
Right around the corner.
That's fast. Do we like this thing? This guy's hilarious. I can't believe they made a hot toy of this.
Wow.
The scene, one of the scenes that probably gave the loudest in theater reaction, right?
Yeah.
From Deadpool and Wolverine, we have the Chris Evans Human Torch with the very deceptive cloak, right? Some wraps. A lot of the colors under there could have you thinking he's a different character, but no, this is from a scene that one of the most surprising and shocking of that movie, and I think turned into like an underdog character with how he mouthed off to that string of profanity. At the end of the movie. So I mean, Hot Toys, Human Torch, Chris Evans, from an era where we probably thought, we'd never see that Human Torch again, now is a 1/6 scale high-end collectible. Hey, those are some of our favorite highlights from this week in the action figure world, reveals and pre-orders. Let us know in the comments which ones are your favorite, and what are some of the ones that we missed. Nigel, thank you so much for hanging out with us. you know, we should have you on more often to talk more of these new reveals. Where can people follow you on socials?
Please do. I'll always say yes. It doesn't matter. You can find me on the socials at Nigel_Downer on IG, or you can find me on my hat Instagram, which is at Exclusive. So yeah, just look up my name; it'll show up.
You can find me on IG at Ridiculous.
There we go.
And that is it.
And don't forget, a lot of the toys that you saw tonight are up for pre-order on ecollectibles.ca, and you can save 5% off your entire order with code Toying Around. So, you know, toys are getting expensive. Save a little bit. It just builds up to more toys. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Have yourselves a great night and keep toying around. Peace. Let's get out of here.
So next up, we're going to talk about the Haslab Liokaiser combiner that has been fully funded at 10,000 units right now. And we're still... what the heck happened? Great.
All right, those are some of our favorite highlights from this week.
Start again. I was biting my nail. Start again.